I have to figure out how I'm going to frame these boxes because I do want a decent sized garden. So I have to figure out how I'm going to do it, frame it. There's a lot of scrap wood around that I can use. I don't know how pretty these things are going to look, but it won't matter as soon as things start growing out of them. But I'm going to do, cabbage. I have to do some cabbage. Functional is good enough, yeah. Let's see, what do I want? I want potatoes. I want cabbage because I want to make sauerkraut. And I want carrots and beets and kale and spinach and fennel. Maybe some peppers, maybe some snow peas. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good. Maybe some beets. That's a pretty good haul right there. If I can pull that off, that would be good. It'll come in handy when the supply chain. Green beans, yeah, green beans. It'll come in handy when the supply chain gets gets disrupted. And I'll need that garden to survive. Though I don't want to put in too much work on making it too fancy because I'm just renting there right now, and I'll probably only be there for a few years and then get my own land somewhere. So I don't want to make like a really elaborate garden that I have to abandon, you know. I'm just kind of like putting something together that will be functional, but not too fancy. There's also a lot of birds in the backyard, which is awesome. Make a rice paddy. It is very damp. That's actually, I don't know if you can grow rice. I don't know if it gets hot enough here. But that would be, there's wild rice in Canada that grows in the lakes. And it just grows naturally. It's wild rice. We have it in Saskatchewan. And it just grows in the lakes. So you don't have to cultivate it. You just get it from the lake. I don't know if anybody grows rice out here. But it's actually a really nice backyard. There's also some pear trees that I haven't seen any bears yet, but I was told that bears sometimes get it back there and eat the pear trees or eat the pears. Apparently there is a farm in Abbotsford whose rice paddies are thriving. Huh, interesting. like it is wet here. Like you think rice would, like we get so much moisture. Maybe I will try some rice. There's so many birds in the backyard too. There's like a pair of bluebirds, a bunch of hummingbirds, robins, some ravens. It's pretty nice. There's some big cedar trees back there, some apple trees, some pear trees. The pears, oh, and the squirrels. The squirrels ate all the pears this year. The pears never really ripened. They just kind of stayed. They never really got sweet. There's also brambles, blackberry bushes all through the back. I also have to build a table. I need a kitchen table. So many projects. I keep talking about all the projects on top of all the guitars. It'll all get done. There we go. Everything will get done eventually. This still looks uneven to me. But then sometimes it can be kind of deceptive because the wood grain throws you off. There we go. Has to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. As soon as I get the neck on, then the project just really feels like it's close to completion. This has just been taking way, way too long. One of the problems was I couldn't find a truss rod that fits this neck. So I got some and they were too small. This one was just right. It just fit. I didn't think it would work, but it did. Okay, so let's see here. So that all has to be sanded down. It's chipped out a little bit, but I'm going to sand that anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just sand all that down. That's it's looking better. It's looking less bulky now. And I have to smooth that around. So that's, like I've been showing you, this asymmetry, there's a purpose to that. It's so you can fit, because there's no cutaway here, you can fit your hand more easily around right there if you have to access the lower frets. So it also looks good. But yeah. Okay, I think that's going to work. I guess this neck is coming along. It's looking, I don't know. This was, like I said, I'm not displeased with this guitar, but I'm not super happy with it either. There's some things I want to change. It was just the first one. And I just have to get it done. And it is what it is. And that's about it. It's just, it is what it is. So it's not bad nor good. I think it'll look okay. But the next one will be better. I'll change some things. I'll keep some things the same. But I don't know. I guess it all looks okay. It gets really, I don't know, that looks proportionate. I'm just more concerned about proportions and stuff and things just looking weird on it. But for the most part, it looks okay. It's small, but it's it'll work. Okay. Now on to the next side. I've already got the tenon and everything. Everything fits. It's all lined up. The neck alignment seems to be fine. It's going to have a floating bridge, which means it will be adjustable. So if there's any intonation problems, it can be adjusted. Which apparently, with the type of tuning I'm doing on this thing, there might be a few problems. I've never done it. It'll be tuned like an Irish banjo, so. Need that other file. Wonder what happened to it. What happened to it? Oops. That's pretty good. I will be bringing it in. I still have a bit of a lip by the fingerboard, and then I'll bring that all in. Just send everything into place of where it's supposed to be. I always give myself a little bit of leeway on everything. So if I have to, I can just sand it into place. You want to cut it close, but you always want to give yourself a little bit of room in case you make a mistake. Because, you know, as they always say in woodworking, you can always take off material. You can't add any. So you always want to be really careful with your cuts. and not take off too much. Or just get super precise. What a lot of luthiers do is they make a lot of custom jigs. And they just dial it in so that everything they cut, everything is precise. I do a lot of just sanding things into place, which it does take more time doing that. Whereas if I was doing like small production runs, I would probably build some more tools. Like that's one of the reasons why I want to get this this tenor guitar figured out. Once I get it figured out, then I can streamline the process a little bit better. My electric guitars are all kind of ready to go, which is nice. I can just keep improving the process to make it faster and faster. Because electric guitars are all pretty much all the cutouts and everything. I can do that on the CNC. Acoustic guitars are so time intensive. Though you can route, if you set up a jig, you can get an angle router to route that curve of the neck. So I carved this whole thing with just a Shinto rasp and a few other things. If I wanted to save time, like if I had like a pile of orders, I probably would build jigs to speed up the process, but right now it's like I don't mind doing it by hand. That's part of it, is carving a neck. That's part of building a custom guitar. So, you know, you get a hand carved neck. I was watching some videos of, where was it? Meredith, I think it was Meredith, was showing me some stuff from the Fender factory. And man, some of those tools are scary. You know, like everybody's just at one station doing one cut. It can be pretty, I don't know, just like lots of spinning blades of death. Hey Burton, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? I'm just finishing up this this neck. Hopefully I can get it pretty close to being glued on. Maybe glue it on tomorrow if all goes well. But for the most part, that looks okay. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I was saying I want to do more electric guitars this year, is just because of they're just not as time intensive, you know? Like building it's more work for me to build a ukulele than an electric guitar. Hey Wolf Caller, how are you doing? Wolf collar in the house here. Have you been practicing your ukulele? Yeah, you can cheat with the CNC. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's acoustics are different beast. I do enjoy making acoustics more than electrics, but electrics are fun too. It's just nice to see them get completed. Plus electrics, you get to do a little bit of different stuff. You can do the electronics. So there's a little bit of difference in the process. I don't mind wiring. I like soldering. Oh, you almost won the patch? That's hilarious. That would have been awesome if you won. If you won on Chevys. Just prove it. Wolf collar just rigs. Yeah, I remember there was this one guy, this young guy, he was a teenager, and he was like a hacker in the early days of like the internet hacking. It was in the 90s, and he figured out how to win radio phone-in contests. He would just like take over the phone line and then just make his call like whatever, the 10th call or whatever. Anyway, he just went around just winning contests for like a year before he finally got caught. But he was just like, he just went buck wild. He's a 16-year-old kid. He just rigged every election, or not election, but contest. And just by taking over the phone lines. I don't know if Wolf Collar did that to mine, but I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah, that would have been so good. If anybody doesn't know, Wolf Collar won my sub giveaway fair and square 2 weeks ago. He has the ukulele. He has his prize. Chevy guy really wants a ukulele. Fair and square, yeah. Chevy guy wants a ukulele so bad. I'm probably going to, me and Chevy have been talking about doing a trade. So after I finish this stuff, I can get down to brass tacks with Chevy, and we can figure out what he can do for me. And I can finally get him that ukulele he wants. But I'm not going to make it out of the forbidden wood. I don't know what to do for my next giveaway. I guess I can do 1,000 followers. I'm at 550 something right now. I guess I can do another 1,000 or something. I think I'm going to do the next one with channel points. So you need to buy tickets with channel points. So all the people who watch